And we are live, and the doors of the sanctum have been unlocked and open for the week. Welcome, everyone, back to the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am your illustrious host, Widow's Son. With me is one of my awesome co-hosts, the Wanderer. Doc should be here at some point. I put the message in his Discord, so hopefully we'll see him in just a little bit. But yes, we are back on our normal day and time for the first time in a long time, and I have to tell you, it's actually nice to do the show on the day you normally do it. So, uh, can't tell you how good it feels, but oh, and Doc just told me he'll be here in just a few. But if you haven't already, go ahead and like the stream. That really helps us out. Hit that subscribe button, get the notification bell on. Come and join us every week and have a good time because we always do. And today we are joined by Mr. Jelloshotz. He is he's become a good friend of mine from over around the Geek Room and the Devil's Lettuce. We were actually on there last night together. And of course, shout out to our boys over at the Geek Room, Frank, Brand, and yes, even you, Billy. We what is that
shit?
What is that? Fuck Billy and Bang Bran. There, I saw Hatman say that one time. Oh man, we already got some people popping in here. Oh, Bonk is here. Broadway is here. Good to see you guys. Jello, how have you been, my friend?
Hi, how are you?
Well,
Hi, how are you?
No, that was the answer to your question.
Man, can't complain, and even if I did, it wouldn't do any damn good. So I'm just gonna.
Does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's one lesson that my dad certainly taught me is that you could complain, but why? It wouldn't do any damn good. And I'm just like, well, that's true too. So,
My dad used to say I could complain, but no one would listen. I'd say, sorry, what?
Well, motherfucker, I would have slapped you if you hadn't done me.
I got slapped a lot.
I would beat the shit out of my son if he did.
I got slapped with a 2x4. You know what I mean? I got
that honestly, that just reminded me of that scene in The Big Lebowski where he's sitting in the Malibu police station and the chief throws his coffee cup at him. He's like, and the reason he did it is because he's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Stay out of Malibu, you deadbeat. Wanderer, how have you been, man?
Well, it's been it's getting better. Halo released earlier this week, and I was like really fucking happy about it. And I had a good time last night with my friends. So,
well, yeah, I saw you blowing Twitter up about Halo coming out early.
Oh, dude, I was so fucking excited. I rang my friend. I was on the toilet when I found out, and I rang my friend screaming down the phone, shit halfway out my ass. Just be like, Halo's out right now. Get on fucking PC, download this shit on Steam, we're playing it. So we played until like 2 a.m. and for 2 days in a row, until 2 a.m. It was very fun.
Oh, well, I would imagine. So is that what you're playing right now in front of us?
Yeah, man.
I should have known because you're the only one that has pink armor.
They don't even have the color pink. Why the fuck is the color pink? I gotta use purple. Who likes purple, man? Pink's so much better.
If you say so, man. If you say
so. Nah, I'm fucking right.
Well, as we all know, it's your signature color anyway.
I oftentimes take orange, not because it's my favorite color, but because I find that a lot of people don't take orange. So it usually is open. So I can just kind of go with a theme and keep it and not interfere with what anybody else's wants or desires. Nobody wants orange.
My mom's trying to make my little brother get an orange prom suit because he suits the color orange. Fuck me.
Well, I mean, there was that he could always get a suit like Lloyd was wearing in Dumb and Dumber, that fucking a pumpkin orange fucking suit with the matching shoes and the fucking frilly shirt and all that shit. I'm like, my God.
Even Portal, you'd spray the blue splooge on the floor and you'd jump, right? You'd bounce. you'd spray the orange splooge on the floor. You just run really fast or slip or slide, whatever. Right? Which is better to you? Definitely jumping.
In the original, like the first Halo that came out on the first Xbox. Now, when I was in college, me and a bunch of my buddies, we would play deathmatch on it all the time, and they let me make a character. Well, then I came back up the next day, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, where's the character I made? And a friend of mine took it upon himself to create me a new character, and he put me in the orange armor.
Wait, which color did you pick? Because I know there weren't many to pick from.
The character that I had originally created wore, I believe, red armor.
Red.
And
I like it.
And but my buddy deleted that character and made me a new one in the orange armor. I'm like, why the fuck did you do that?
I remember my go-to, like, obviously before pink, it was black for me. Like, the black Spartan armor in Halo 1 just looks so good. Like, we haven't had that shade of black since either. It's always been, like, gunmetal gray. Or, like, a really dark gray. And
What's up, Doc?
Been, like, purely black.
Hey, how's it going? I'm on my phone right now just because my computer is being an idiot. So I'm going to switch over to my computer when it all gets sorted out.
Well, I keep telling you to quit downloading all that porn, man.
He's got a stockpile of.
Well, I'm also sitting here, so y'all might also hear some barking during all of this. I have my new little puppy here.
No way.
Yep.
That's so
right
cute.
Beside me.
What's his name?
What is it?
Say what?
What's its name? What is it?
Damn it.
Yes, he did it. Hey, Bobby. Speaking of dogs. Hello, Bobby.
Wait, here. Let's see if I can show y'all him on here. Do y'all see him? He has all of his energy going.
Awesome.
That's him.
What is he?
He's half Australian Shepherd, half Chesapeake Bay Retriever.
Yeah, you're cute too.
Totes adorbs.
Dog is cuter for now, Bobby, but you're cute as well. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, he's going to be about 50 to 80 pounds, I imagine.
That's not going to be so adorbs.
No, it's not. So right now, he's a great chick magnet, man.
You're using the dog to pull women?
That's exactly why he fucking got it.
That's like a Palpatine level scheme.
That's exactly why he fucking got it. Like
That's
when he told when he first announced on the show that he was going to be getting a puppy, I was just like, yeah, that's cool. And then later on, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, that son of a bitch.
Correction, my dog is the son of a bitch.
You want to know what level 2 of using a puppy to pick up chicks is? Walking around, going around a park with a python around your neck. You're going to attract less chicks, but the ones that you'll pull will be gold. You know what I'm saying? Snakes are phallic as fuck.
What? What?
Wanderer's like, now I need to get a snake.
So basically, if I understand what you're saying here, what you're saying is
the kind of chicks that like snakes are whores.
You want to say that louder, buddy? You get fucking cancelled, bro. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first, boys. Jello.
That's level 2 of picking up chicks with a not everybody.
So wait,
what you are.
Wait. So does that mean that the
like
python you're compensating for something?
What does that make Phil and Selma and the guys from Pantera after the Great Southern Tranquil then? Because they have a snake on their fucking album cover. They hoes as well, huh, Jello?
I said level 2 of using a puppy to pick up chicks is walking around the park with a snake or a python around your neck. I didn't say anything about album covers. That's until, like,
yeah,
you can like snakes and have pictures of them on your wall. And I'm not thinking you're using pictures on your wall to pick up chicks. If they're on your wall, they've already been picked up.
I love having pictures of snakes. It's my favorite thing. Oh yeah, what else? Do you like my weapon skins? They're like Monster Energy themed, but I think they look like typo negative.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I want better ones though. I want pink ones.
But yeah, I immediately knew why Doc got the puppy. It was
Well-
just women. That was all it was.
Well, it
Daughter
wasn't
wants
just
like
women. Realistically, part of it is, with that breakup that I had back at the end of March, I've been kind of feeling a little bit, lonely here and stuff like that. So I was like, dude, don't chew on your harness. Anyway, so
get used to that.
so,
Damn
so
it,
yeah,
Bobby.
so yeah, it's but yeah, golly, he just bit my finger. Oh man, I went to go pet him, little shit. Anyway, so
I have to deal with that with Bobby.
So yeah, he's since mine's gonna be a big dog. Like I'm really trying not to get him used to nibbling on hands when he plays. But anyway, so I was just kind of like, man, I should have had someone living here by now, and it kind of sucks that I don't. And it's kind of I dog sat for a friend, and so I was kind of like really enjoying having that puppy here, even though she was a lot of work. And then when one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, I rescued some puppies. They all need homes." I was like, "Hey, I'll take one." And so when she finally got back into town, I went over to her house, met the puppies, and he was the one that hung out with me the most. So I was like, "Yep, you're coming here." And he was also the biggest one of the bunch. So I was like, "Yeah, you're coming with me, dude."
So that Mandalorian baby Yoda type of relationship, I have that with Bobby.
Oh yeah, I've got that with Damn It.
I mean, hell, I even got a picture with Bobby where I got my fucking Mandalorian helmet because I got one of those now, and I've got my Mandalorian helmet. I'm holding it. I edited his ears green, so he looks like Yoda.
So Jello, I have to know, like, are you like your whole MASH thing lately? Which now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore the show myself. I've watched it all the way through from start to finish at least 2 or 3 times. Are you going back and rewatching it?
I just recently did a rewatch. I watched it in reruns on TV a few times, but I just recently just watched it all the way through. I don't remember if it's on Hulu or Prime.
I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah, but yeah, I recently just watched it all the way through on whatever streaming service it is, and it was. I mean, I knew it was good, but
Yeah.
also I haven't watched it since. I don't think I'd seen an episode of it since I was a teenager, and you are different as a person between a teenager and mid-40s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's you in general. That's everybody.
Well, I mean, I just
or your G-man.
I just turned 40, so my dad really liked to watch it, and then finally I was on Hulu one night and it was there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, and I watched it from start to finish, and by the time it was over, that last episode gets me. Always gets me.
I didn't watch the last episode. The last episode is a 2-parter, and on my rewatch, I didn't watch. I still remember. You know what I mean? I don't need to watch that one anymore. That last one is. I would recommend watching that show for anybody, but feel free to skip the last 2 episodes because it's really tough. Like with all the tough shit in that, like you won't miss. I'm just saying. You won't miss anything. If you don't see the last 2 episodes, you've already watched a great fucking show. That last heartbreak just isn't necessary. And shit later.
Honestly, I've really got to disagree with you because I think that I think it's the perfect way to end it.
Sure.
What show are you talking about?
MASH. We're talking about MASH.
Oh, dude! So did you know that one of the doctors in our hometown was actually in that MASH unit, featured in the play, the movie, and in the TV show?
The 4077.
Yep.
Now,
That's a
actually,
unit featured
now,
in there because
I watched the series before I watched the movie, and I hadn't watched the movie before, and I kept digging through every streaming service that I have, and finally I found it one night, and I sat at work and I watched it, and the movie was absolutely amazing. I enjoyed the movie immensely. Donald Sutherland as Hawkeye was really awesome.
Getting BFBRB.
It's a great
All right.
movie.
Okay,
they
so
all-
my computer's working, so I am entering the studio that way. So I'm gonna sign off here.
All right.
The movie was great. I prefer the series, maybe just because it's longer.
I prefer it as well, but I knew that it was based off a play and then a movie and everything like that. So I wanted to watch the movie, but you can definitely see. Um, I mean, now if I had to pick as far as like who played the character better between Donald Sutherland or Alan Alda, I'm gonna have to give it to Alan Alda. I mean,
Alan
there's just
Alda.
no way around it.
Alan Alda was genius in that. You could actually believe that he was attractive because everybody else around him was so good at pretending like he was too. It was great. He did a great job in that as that role.
Now, did you prefer Frank or
Winchester.
Charles?
Yeah. I hated the way Winchester talked. It got on my nerves. So even if I liked the character better, I'd still hate that character being around. The smug, the pretentious. I hate it. I just hated the way he talked. But I think also I loved to hate Frank Burns.
Oh yeah.
I think he was a better, not really villain, but he was I don't know what you would call him, but he was good he was a good role that
he was a brown noser is what he was. He was a kiss ass because he was trying to work his way up the ranks.
Yeah, but he was also a stool pigeon too. He was always squealing on him and just
a
regular little bitch.
Now, did you prefer Colonel Blake or Colonel Potter? That's a tough one.
Yeah, definitely Henry Blake. The show was a little bit different of a show after Potter came in.
Yes, it was. Sorry.
No, I get it.
As
I can't do that when I'm dabbing because it's not a sound. I'm choking all over the place. I'm coughing. But
Here he goes. He's coughing.
Oh, but I mean, I like them both equally. I like the seasons that Colonel Blake was on, but I really got into the ones with Colonel Potter because what's his name? Harry Ford.
I don't know the actors' names. I'm sorry.
I mean, he did such a really really good job with that. I didn't like the fact that they took took Radar off the show. I didn't like that.
Radar was great. Well, Radar was in the spinoff.
Yeah.
And Potter and Klinger.
No, we don't bite.
I didn't like the fact that they took him off. I mean, at that point, Klinger was already a really prevalent character, but I think they should have left him in, and I didn't like the fact that they did take Henry Blake off the show, but how they did it was masterful.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in military units, soldiers do rotate, and if in the Army you do have
sure
duty for like 12 to 18 months. And my grandfather was in when he was drafted into the service for the Korean War, the very war that MASH is dealing with. My grandfather was stationed for a year or more, and then he was, honorably discharged from the military.
Did he?
Yeah, I agree with that. But then there's 2 points I want to make real quick about that. That it's just tough when a character you love leaves a show.
Yeah,
That's the obvious one. But also that MASH ran longer than the Korean War.
yeah.
The entirety of the 11 seasons of MASH were between the years 50 and 51. It was 2 years. Every time they'd have a New Year's Eve party, it was going from 1 year to the next. And every single time they did it, it was always the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what years it was. Please forgive me if I'm wrong about those.
Well, the other thing too is you can justify the 11-year run very easily for 2 things. One, it's Hollywood, so there's a lot of fictionalization there. 2, after what is it? You've got 22 episodes per season back then, so you do the math on it. Realistically, let me look this up. Over however long period the Korean War lasted, you could just say it's a snapshot of that time period.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why it doesn't matter that all 11 years of it are between a 2-year period. It just
Korean War was 3 years.
Right. No. I mean the show. The show was 11 seasons. That's 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's easy to stretch that 3 years into 11 years. Plus, you get all these other stories like, they can, easily rotate people out and whatnot. And, but yeah, they would have had, you would have seen probably 3, rotations of soldiers at least. My grandfather was artillery, so.
I was going to ask you, did your grandfather happen to kill 50 men?
No, he killed Tree Fitty. No, he actually has no clue how many
machines.
He actually has no clue how many men he was responsible for taking out, because being artillery, you're just told point in this direction, so you don't really see the people you're killing.
Now you,
yeah, that point kind of reminds me of why I really like the series better than the movie.
mm-hmm.
It's because while the movie and the series are both great comedies, in my opinion,
Right. No, I'll agree. Definitely.
I think the series focuses more on the drama, and I think it has a much more anti-war message. Like, I was recently talking to somebody who had never seen it. I'm like, "Are you kidding?" They're like, "You know what? I've been in a war, and I don't think it's anything to glorify." I'm like, "Look, MASH is not Hogan's Heroes." You know what I mean? Like, this is different. This is not. Look at Doomkoffs over there. This is like Hawkeye got.
Okay, hold on, I think my dog needs to go outside. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
Well, now Hogan's Heroes. Now that's the show that I've actually wanted to watch from start to finish. The episodes I have seen of it were very good, but I've kind of wanted to get a little more into the story of it.
It's funny, and I mean, it's easier to remove yourself from World War II, and the fact that they do kind of make a whole comedy of the whole thing maybe doesn't seem so bad, but I really prefer the way, like, for anyone that hasn't seen it, the main character, Alan Alda in MASH, he hates war. He's a doctor. He has to fulfill his oath, to his to try to save lives. But because he's taken that oath, he also understands the oath he took in the service. So this is a very conflicted man, and his the officers above him are very conflicted. It's like they can't kick the surgeons out of the army. They need people to put the other guys back together. So they have to kind of put up with a little bit of delinquency and stuff. And that's where the comedy comes from. It's not, look how stupid the enemy is. It's never that. It's never that. Not in MASH. It's
Oh no, it was honestly, I would it is a comedy, yes, but it's definitely, it's like 50-50. It's like 50% drama, 50% comedy.
It's a very dark comedy. It's
Yeah.
a very, very dark comedy. It's it makes you think. It makes you think about things you're not necessarily comfortable thinking about.
Well, and one of the things I would like to point out is some of the most anti-war people out there are people who are veterans, people who actually have seen combat, and that's why, like, especially with people our age who have served in Iraq and Afghanistan, they have the same attitude towards war that the Vietnam War vets do. And I've got so many friends I've got so many veteran friends, and they're actually telling people do not volunteer for military service because of the fallout from Iraq and Afghanistan, and even the ones who were enlisted in Afghanistan, during Afghanistan, they were telling the enlisted men and women, the officers that were stationed there, they were telling the top brass at the Pentagon, this is not going to work out. Here's the problem. And they were telling them the specific problems. And the top brass, they were just caring more about numbers. And that was kind of the unfortunate situation. Like when Kabul fell, my friends who had served over there, they were not surprised. What they were surprised was two things: how quickly it fell, and the fact that the administration did not do anything to extend it. Because they had already extended things, and then there were so many blunders where the Taliban told the Biden administration, said, hey, we will give you complete control of Kabul. And they said, no, we just need the airport. If they had had control of the city and they had been given, they could have easily negotiated more time for withdrawal, and they just simply were not doing it. I mean, they had done it before. They had delayed it by 4 months. And during that 4-month time period, they weren't evacuating anybody. They weren't dismantling and scuttling equipment. It's like, what were y'all doing?
So, well, I was going to say something else about it, or about the show, but it fucking slipped my mind.
Between two of us, long-winded, because your thought got ruined. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're about to get in the kennel. Damn it! No, stop.
That's got to be the best name for a dog I've ever heard. It's so good. I wish I was smart.
What is your favorite episode? Would you say, Jello?
Oh Jesus!
It's hard. It's hard to pick.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I mean, I can name some of my favorite scenarios, but they would do so many cool things in every episode. I like where Klinger decided he wanted to lose his virginity, or was having troubles deciding whether he's going to lose his virginity. Just the whole thing where he's talking to Hawkeye about I thought the army was going to make me a man, and I'm the only person I know that's going to go home younger than I was when I came in. That I mean, that's a funny thing I just said, but the whole thing that he does there is hilarious. It's really long, and I can't remember, but it's funny. Radar had a funny way of talking, not the way, not like his dialect, but the words he would choose to use.
Yeah.
Were awkward, and it's humorous and awkward.
The one thing that I always, and it would happen, not obviously not in every episode, but when you would see Hawkeye getting upset and actually speaking his mind in front of like superior officers and everything like that, and just telling them exactly what the fuck he thought. I always,
That was part of that whole them not being able to really kick him out because he was a surgeon.
Oh, right, but I mean,
he shouldn't.
Yeah, if they wouldn't kick him out, they would definitely withhold him from getting promoted. Because right now in the Marine Corps, there is a Sikh who was granted the ability to wear his turban and full beard as long as as long as his unit was not combat forward. And so he agreed to that. And he was like, yay. But then they're like, yeah, but once we deploy you into combat, you're going to have to wear the normal uniform and shave your beard. And part of the reason why they demand you shave your beard, it goes back to wearing gas masks. That if you can't get that perfect seal, you can
You're fucked.
you can really get screwed over big time. Even though poison gas is not allowed by the Geneva Convention, we've fought against people obviously who do not adhere to the Geneva Convention while we are expected to adhere to it. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. When you've got this officer who is in the chain of command, and I think he was like he's a first lieutenant, so he'll have a second lieutenant under him, and he's wanting to go up for captain. But the Marine Corps for the longest time prided themselves on having a high turnover rate. Now they're trying to change that, but it's in a transitional period, and so realistically, the guy, as much as I am all for people being able to practice their religion and whatnot, when you sign up, when you volunteer for the military, you know what you're getting into. You are not surprised by it. And what is he chewing on? There's nothing you are surprised by, right? Everything you have to deal with, from the get-go what's going to happen. So the fact that he's trying to now make it seem like things are changing, it's like the only one who's changed is him. He's kind of going back on the deal that he made with them. I mean, they didn't even have to give him that consideration. They could have just said, no, you're going to have to shave your beard and wear the regular garb. And so, I mean, he was already fully aware of what was going to happen, but yet he is now trying to get them to budge even more. And what the guy has just basically done is given them a reason to not allow him to renew his contract. And he's just basically put himself out there saying, hey, go ahead, let me go first. And it's at this point, it's not about religious freedom, right? It's about the guy, understanding the fact that if he's in combat, somebody uses poison gas and it gets to him, he's out. That means whatever he's commanding defaults to the second lieutenants. Or if there's not a second lieutenant there, guess what? It defaults to the sergeants and whoever is there in that unit, the next rank. And one of the things that they say is that there's a guy called the Fat Electrician on TikTok, and he was talking about the Army, and he was saying that the Army's default aggression. He said that is their default setting, and I would actually say that is true for the Marine Corps. And when you take out the officers, the officers are kind of there as this force that says, hey, strategically kill all these people. You take out the officers, they go, okay, anybody that's moving. The enlisted people go, anybody that's moving, we're going to take them out. Okay. Now I think, damn it, has to go outside. So they go through and they will just destroy everyone. So realistically, you want the officer staying alive. If you're the enemy. Everybody still there?
Okay, yeah, I'm not
still there.
exactly sure what that has to do with what we were talking about, but
I don't know either. I forgot everything. I'm probably gonna be. I'm getting tested for ADHD, and I probably have it. I was tested back in high school, and they said, "Oh, you're borderline," and I was like, "What does that mean?" They said you have it, but at the same time, you have enough characteristics and coping mechanisms to where you don't really show up as it, but we can't really fit you anywhere. And so now that I'm adult, symptoms have gotten worse, so I'm probably gonna be full-on ADHD.
So, Jello, what's been going on up around your part of the world lately?
I have no idea. I'm hiding inside. I've been playing video games and watching series. By the way, the season 2 of The Tiger King is out on Netflix.
Is it any good?
It's really good. It's less about Joe than the first season was, but
Mhm.
it's the same cast of characters.
I do want to come in and talk about that in a minute. I'll be right back.
There's all kinds of legal troubles going on with all kinds of people. It's every bit the drama the first season was.
I'm actually really I think that's going to be the next one that I start. And you were telling me earlier that the new Dexter is really good.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I mean, what I want to do, like, I asked Bran if he'd do it with me, and he said, when I get around to watching it. So I don't know what the fuck that means, but I want to do, like, a scene by scene breakdown of each episode. I thought it would be cool to do them right after each episode airs, but maybe we'll just do them all together after the whole show is over. I don't know.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Like I'll watch something. Okay, I get into this habit of going back and I've watched like once again I've watched MASH like 2 or 3 times. And then but I get into a habit of going back and watching stuff that I've seen like over and over and over again. Like I have literally sat and watched Sons of Anarchy from start to finish at least 5 or 6 times. I mean, at least that many.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
watched Deadwood more times than I can count.
Deadwood was great. I got to watch. I think I finished it, but I may be wrong.
I watched The Sopranos a few times. Oz was really good. I
Uh,
watched all
uh,
the shows that everybody's watched, of course. Breaking Bad, True Blood.
what did you think of Sons of Anarchy?
You know what? I didn't watch the whole thing. There was a little bit too much rape in it for me. I was just
Sounds
like,
like
I
Berserk.
checked out early. What was that?
Sounds like Berserk. It was in the manga, the anime thing.
I don't watch anime.
Well, neither do I, but my friend's obsessed with Berserk, the manga, and it sounds pretty cool, but there's like a lot of rape in it, and it's just kind of a bit, questionable.
I really got into that show. I enjoyed it from start to finish. Like the cast couldn't have been picked better. I mean, I'm a big Charlie Hunnam fan, and he was masterful as Jax Teller. I'm just going to say it. Of course, Ron Perlman was amazing. I mean, he was that character in the show that you love to hate. I've been trying. I've got to finish it, but the last season I've been watching a little bit of the Mayans here and there, the spinoff of it, which the Mayans isn't bad, but I'm still the jury's still out for me on it as a whole. Well, I'll watch. What was the? I need to finish. Have you watched Lucifer, Jello?
Oh shit!
I've watched a few episodes of it. I haven't binged the series.
I watched it. Now, I watched it and got caught up, and then the new one, the last one, has just come out. I haven't started it, or I have. I just haven't finished it. I try not to get burnt. Like, I mean, I can binge watch series, but then I just kind of get to where I don't want to watch it. Like, I'll stop and I'll go back and finish it later. The last series that I did watch all the way through from start to finish, pretty much all the time, was Game of Thrones.
That's funny. I usually prefer to binge, but eat, watch, whatever. I prefer to binge, but with like this Dexter, like Dexter is one of those shows where like I got you know the episodes are coming out one a week, and I can't wait till the whole season's done to watch it all. I gotta watch them episode by episode. I wish they all came out. I would have already binged it if they all came out the first day. Um, but
Well,
that's how I watched the original Dexter on Showtime, episode by episode.
oh, now, now, I mean, I have done that before, absolutely. Like to get someone else caught up with like stuff that I'm watching. Like, um, ex-girlfriend of mine had never seen Sons of Anarchy, so it was on Netflix at the time, and so we literally binged that like for weeks. And then we got caught up, and the new season was coming out, so I got her into that. Did you ever see? Did you ever see the miniseries Carnival?
It bored the shit out of me. I checked out. My girlfriend tried to watch a few episodes, and I fell asleep every time it was on, and I don't think she even finished it.
I've seen I've seen both seasons, and that's actually on my HBO Max. Also, did you ever watch the first season of True Detective?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Oh, I
Is
loved
that
it.
the show that had that was two cops working together, and it's always two different cops, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like season 2 as well.
I tried to watch the first season, or I'm not the first season, but the second season of it, and I didn't even make it halfway through the first episode, and I'm like, I know, sorry. This needs to be this needs to be Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I don't know. They were both good. Second season wasn't as good, but that first season was kind of magical.
They did a third season apparently.
You know, all these serious series. Has anyone here seen Community? That's probably my favorite show ever.
I've never heard of it.
Really?
No, I've never heard of it.
Holy fuck. Look, okay, just put it on. Just watch the first 3 minutes. If pay real close attention, listen to the dean's. First of all, understand that it's a community college and it has a dean, which is hilarious. But listen to the dean's announcement at the beginning. If that doesn't make you think, okay, I'm going to like this show, then turn it off. You're not going to like the show.
Where can I find it?
It's streaming. I think it's on. Well, you got Netflix, Hulu, and Prime, right?
I have Netflix, Hulu, Tubi, and HBO Max.
Oh, you don't have Amazon Prime?
No,
Well, I'll just look.
It's I mean, they've been offering me like a free 30 days of it, but I know that if I start it, then I'm going to want to keep it. And that's really expensive. I think, what is it, still $100 a year?
It's like $10 a month, like 120 a year, or something like that.
Oh, I haven't really looked into it, to be honest with you. I did get into that show. Have you watched Letterkenny at all?
I didn't, but apparently it's on Hulu and Netflix.
It's on Hulu, I know.
No. I mean Community.
It is on Hulu and Netflix.
Well, that's what the Google Answers machine tells me.
Oh, I mean, honestly, like I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to now. It's going to be. I know it just came out, and I'm actually going to go see it next week because that's the first opportunity I'm going to have. But I cannot wait to go and see the new Ghostbuster movie.
Community is a community college that has a dean and lockers. lockers, community college. Come on.
I'm gonna look into it. I will look into it. I will watch. I'll tell you what. I will watch the first episode definitely, and after I watch the first episode, I'll tell you if I'm going to keep watching it or not.
If you become a real fan of it, you gotta tell me because I'll turn you on to some fan shit.
Awesome.
Some people that get into that show get deep into that show. You know. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to take it over. That was really tough.
No. You're good, man. You're good. Are you gonna? Well, I know you're hiding out from the world, but are you going to attempt to see the new Ghostbuster movie?
Yeah, I'm going to see that at home. You know, I'm going to stream it.
Is it streaming somewhere?
It's going to eventually, right?
What's streaming?
I don't know if Ghostbusters.
I was talking about the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I think I'm going to eventually stream it. That's how I'm going to watch it.
Wait, who's the production company?
I think it said theater exclusive.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm surprised at that. The one thing that pissed me off was I heard that Halloween Kills was going to be on HBO Max, and then suddenly it got put on Peacock. And
I
it's still
fucking missed seeing that movie.
Wait a
And you
minute.
want to know why I missed it? Because somebody in my group is such a fucking wet wipe and so scared of horror movies and shit that they wanted to go see Venom instead. Venom was the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen. I'm so pissed off at them to this day for that.
Yeah, but Marvel fans Marvel fans are going to want to see all the Marvel movies.
He's not even a Marvel fan. He's just basic as fuck.
Dude,
well, honestly,
that's lame.
you know what? Honestly, what I would have done, I would have been like, okay, you can go see that. We're gonna go see this. We'll
Yeah,
catch
like,
you at.
literally, I was saying on the day, you can suck my dick. We're going to see Halloween, but everybody caved. Gee.
You know what? Honestly, I would have.
Kills.
Honestly,
was a great movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I need to see it. Oh, I mean, I want to. God fucking down.
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Brand said it was really, really good.
My favorite thing about the Halloween movie, though, were people saying that Michael Myers is homophobic because he killed a gay couple. I'm like, no,
That's me.
It's like he kills everyone.
I finally saw It Part 2, the new one.
Oh yeah, does it suck?
Oh no, I enjoyed it. It just, watching the newer ones just make me want to go back and watch the original ones with Tim Curry in them.
They sucked.
Huh?
I had a friend of mine said that the It Chapter 2 or whatever it was, sucks.
What did you think of it?
Huh?
What did you think of the new It movies?
I
enjoyed
the first one.
I enjoyed them.
I like the first one. Didn't go to see the second one because my friend said it was shit.
Well, since we're on Stephen King, can I do a slight segue? Did anyone see the remake of The Stand?
I haven't. No, I haven't watched that yet.
I really wanted to see that, and for some reason I haven't yet. I wonder if I just thought it was too much wherever it was streaming or something. I don't know.
I love the original Stand. Oh my god, that I had never watched it before.
I wish Billy would watch it. I always use that line on him. MOON. That's so Billy.
Oh my god! Now that I know that you do that to him, the next time you and I are on TDL together, you have to do it. You have to pull it on him.
Why can that guy not drive?
It's usually after he tries to read something.
MOON. That's. I do remember the first time I watched it. I had never seen it, and my best friend, she just absolutely. I thought she was going to lose it, and she we had she had a copy on VHS, and she put it in, and I sat down and I started watching it. And the first time I heard that guy go MOON, that spells this, I lost my goddamn mind. I mean, I have not laughed like that, and I don't know how long. I laughed till I cried. I because it just catches you off guard. That it's one of those things that's just so fucking unexpected, and when you hear it, it's one of those. It's just going to make you laugh,
and it never leaves you.
It doesn't.
If you've ever seen it, and someone does that line, you'll know exactly what the fuck they're talking about. It just sticks there.
Me and her, we say stuff like that to each other all the time. But yeah, I'll give the remake a shot, but something tells me it's obviously not going to be.
I don't know. You remember when it did it was like in the late 80s, I think.
Yeah.
CGI was not what it is. I just think that I mean, it's Armageddon, right? I think there's a lot of scenes that could be a lot better. I think they could do a lot better with the Raven that lands and kind of signifies that dude is coming. And I don't want to really spoil too much, but I don't know. I like to see that one. The the Langoliers is another one that I'd really like to see them remake. Like Stephen King books, it just did well. I was reading them a long time.
Did you watch Dr. Sleep by any chance?
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Because I read the book, and then I was really let down by the movie, and everybody loved the movie so much. I'm like, you should really. It's like Christine, right? It's one of his books that just was such a good book that if you read it and then saw the movie, yeah, The Shining with Jack Nicholson, it's ass. It's complete ass. You got to read the book. It's so fucking good.
I can't help it. I love the movie because I'm a Jack fan, man.
I understand. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is better.
Yeah, definitely. I loved him in Easy Rider.
What was that horrible chick flick he was in? Was it Places in the Heart? I think I'd rather watch Places in the Heart than The Shining.
What is that? The one where he's like a proper fucking pervert?
No, he falls in love with the old lady next door. Just a movie about an old couple falling in love.
I've seen one with Jack Nicholson where he plays like this weird fucking pervert and seduces a woman.
Is it Something's Gotta Give?
I don't know the name of it.
No.
I think Wander, are you talking about As Good as It Gets?
I couldn't fucking tell you, man. I was like drunk
the one
as
with
fuck when it
Helen
was
Hunt,
on.
right?
Yeah.
The female star. It sounds like he's talking about the one with Helen Hunt to me. I think that's As Good as It Gets. Yeah. The gay neighbor was brilliant in that movie.
Oh, I absolutely love that movie. It's just one of those that once you get into the story of it, it's gonna hold your attention. It's one of those type of movies. It actually is. I didn't expect to see Cuba Gooding Jr. in it. That was an unexpected cameo when I first watched it. Oh God. And Jack Nicholson was just incredible in it. I love his I love how he'll just like suddenly just switch to being just this really heinous, sarcastic smart ass just for like no apparent reason.
I like how his compliments come off like insults.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to go on a date with you today, so I took my medication. Okay, I'm going to leave. No, what I meant to say is you make me want to be better. Oh, well, that's really sweet. Why'd you have to say it like a fucking asshole? And actually, the line is even sweeter than that. He says, "You make me want to be a better man." Oh, right?
You're no, I mean, I can't argue with you. I really can't. Um,
Oh, please fucking keel over.
what are you doing, man?
Halo.
Oh,
I thought he was talking to me after having said, "You make me want to be a better man." Just die, you. Ah!
Wanderer does not love you back. That's what it is.
I would have a hard time loving anybody saying that fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
Um,
Did we lose? We lost.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck.
No, y'all were talking about Tiger King earlier. Dude, I started watching that and holy crap, man. It's I never like it was one of those things that didn't seem like it seemed at the first season that it was possible that Carol Baskin could have killed her husband. But after watching this, it becomes more and more
Spoilers.
apparent that her husband was involved in so much shady crap that any number of people could have been suspects. And if he was in Costa Rica, there's a huge probability because apparently he was getting with underage girls.
What
And-
the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, look, here's the
Sus.
thing. If you saw the first season and kept going, when is this gonna stop getting crazier? The second season's just like that. Like if you haven't seen it, what? Like don't think it can't possibly be as good because dude's still in prison. Don't think like that. It's the guy that did this series knows what the fuck he's doing. I'm gonna watch whatever he does next too. The documentary.
I still need to watch the first one.
and
Oh, it's so good.
and we have YouTube royalty present. Welcome, Sir Hatman. You are welcome as always, sir.
Have you guys
seen
Squid Game?
I enjoyed it.
I haven't watched it yet.
I thought it was good at parts, but it was mediocre for most of it. Like I thought the twist was kind of like, oh, okay.
You know, honestly, I'm pissed off at Netflix because they have been putting off that new season of Stranger Things for far too fucking long.
When's it
I
coming
was
out?
disappointed that sugar candy phase didn't like last a little bit longer. I thought I'd see a few more YouTubers making and eating that stupid candy with biocarbonate in it or whatever.
I mean, me and my friend
they
played
keep-
Squid Game in a game. So like that's coming out soon. But his PC like died. So like he's getting his PC back and I don't know when he's getting it back, but when he gets it back, that'll be on YouTube. And it's kind of fucking funny.
I was just telling Mr. Sun here about another Korean series on Netflix that I've been checking out called Hellbound,
Yes.
and it's
That was fucking sick. I'm so
you're
happy
like,
with it.
you're like, okay, yeah, I'm liking it. I've only seen like 3 episodes now. I was watching it when he invited me on the show today. I'm like, yeah, I guess I could do that. I was really enjoying the show. I'd be binging it still right now if I wasn't here.
Oh, by the way, I wasn't talking about the show. I was talking about this fucking awesome Halo kill I just got.
Oh, I thought you. Oh,
Basically-
did you watch Hellbound?
I EMP'd a fucking flying vehicle and I smashed it with a fucking gravity hammer and just exploded everywhere. It was so sick.
Well, Hellbound was good.
So Hellbound is on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
Okay, all right. Hatman says I'm not bothered with Netflix, but Paramount can suck my balls. I have not attempted to try to use the Paramount Plus. Like I said,
dude.
I have HBO through HBO Max through AT&T, so they're picking up the tab for it. Which I've watched some. Go ahead.
There's a Halo series coming out on Paramount Plus next year. It's gonna suck, but
Please tell me it's called Red versus Blue.
Red
That's so
versus
funny.
Blue is awesome.
You ever wonder why we're here? I love the first season, but like the rest of it was just kind of like it got progressively worse, especially like the later seasons. Like the most recent seasons are terrible.
Wow, that's still going.
Right,
Yeah,
man.
it's
We're
like got
going to
16
release
seasons.
a fucking series on Netflix or whatever about Halo. Wouldn't you name it Red versus Blue?
I mean,
Do
Red
you
vs.
have
Blue
to?
was on there for ages, and then they took it off.
The new Red versus Blue.
But yeah, Paramount Plus is having a Halo series in 2022 that's basically acting as like its own little universe. So it's disregarding everything from the games, which I think's a terrible idea. But you do you, I guess. And Captain Keyes is black now.
I really loved the. I played the first few Halos, and I really loved the storyline, the whole, what the Halo was and all that. It was a lot of.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'm loving the new one. I'm playing the newest one right now. It's really fucking fun.
Did anybody watch the Fear Street movies that were on Netflix?
Fear Street, no.
It was like a trilogy that they put out. It came out close to Halloween time, I think.
I ain't seen it.
I've seen them there, but I haven't watched them. I did, however, watch the American Horror Stories spin-off, the American Horror Stories or whatever.
I'm behind on American Horror Story. I have not. The last one I watched was Cult. Let's see. Cult was, and then there was Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Apocalypse. I started that one, but I never finished it. So, and I heard the what was it, 1984 or something? That season, I heard it was really good.
George Orwell?
No,
But
it was
No dick
basically
sucking in the
like,
library. This is literally 1984.
Yeah, it was like basically like Son of Sam meets Friday the 13th.
Did you like Hotel?
Okay, that's the only season that I haven't watched, and I'm gonna openly admit it's because of my bigotry against Lady Gaga.
Rah 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 Roma Roma
Oh,
Gaga ooh la la.
Shut up.
My
No,
mind
that
is
was
like
perfect.
Lady
That was he. I said what, and he said why. There you go.
Yeah. He walks so I could run.
I enjoyed Hotel. Hotel was really good. My favorite season, probably though, would have to be Freak Show. Freak
Mine
Show
too. Asylum. What?
Asylum was very good as well. And of course, I mean, Murder House was
Pretty amazing.
Oh
Not
yeah.
into ghosts though, so there's no way that could be my favorite season. I like several other seasons better than Murder House. I think
like
paranormal stuff is kind of dumb, personally.
I like ghosts. I like Phasmophobia. That's like one of my favorite games.
I will reinstall that. I'll play it with you. I haven't played it for a minute, and I heard there's new stuff going on.
Dude,
but I ain't
fuck yeah.
doing the fucking school or the asylum. I ain't doing it. I don't like it. It's too big.
Mate, no, the school is so scary. I remember me and my mate Niall and like a couple of my other friends and stuff who were playing on the fucking school. It was terrifying because it was so big we didn't know we were in danger. Then when we were in danger, the ghost comes around the fucking corner and like we see it and we just all scream.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
I've you know that to get to the back half of the fucking school, the fastest way is to cut through the goddamn the gymnasium.
Yeah.
Which is exactly because you move so slow, and I have had the haunt start while I was fucking inside there, and it's terrible because it's a big room with no doors. You're just in it. I mean, there's doors, but anyway.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Has
Like a big
anyone
open area.
has anyone watched that Nicolas Cage Five Nights at Freddy's thing?
I want to watch it so bad.
I
need
have
to
it,
watch it.
right? And I have it because of my bigotry against Nicolas Cage.
I love Nicolas Cage. He's like my
What do
fucking
you-
idol.
What do you got against Nicolas Cage?
The Declaration of Independence.
Everything he's in is awful.
Now wait a
Yeah, but
minute.
it's 'cause
Raising
his acting is so
Arizona
good,
was
it makes
good.
everything else bad.
Raising Arizona was an art piece. Like you can't like compare that to anything else he's been in. Everything else was like big budget Hollywood blockbusters that were awful.
No, 8mm was great. I love that.
Yeah. His art pieces are good, and then he also did Not the Bees. He also did I Want His Face Off. Like it's just so fucking awful.
Have you seen the movie where it's the parents like there's like something going around and it makes the parents want to kill their children, and like he's the dad or something. It's so fucking funny. It's so funny.
I mean, if you've ever been a parent, you'd know it doesn't take much to make you want to kill your children from time to time.
Nothing like
are
a
we
bit of
live?
Yeah. Jello got us canceled.
I love. I was about to say something terrible. I probably would have gone double cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
See, when I'm on Halo, I have like no filter. Like I'll be screaming like the most heinous shit down the mic to my friends.
Yeah, you're playing Xbox Online, and then you're doing a stream at the same point, and all of a sudden you're saying N-word into the wrong fucking mic.
I don't say that word, but like I say bad ones. You know, I say bad ones, but I don't say that bad one. I'm a bad person, but I'm not that bad of a person.
I want to watch that spoof though. I really, really do. I will tell you right now, and this just came to my mind, but there is a movie that did not need a franchise, and that was The Lost Boys. I have watched Lost Boys 2 and Lost Boys 3. They were 2 was not bad. 3 was goddamn atrocious.
Which
And
series are you talking about?
The Lost Boys.
Oh yeah. The first one to me is the only one in
That
canon.
will absolutely. But the thing about it is, somebody actually wanted to make sequels to it, and Corey Feldman signed right up.
I'm just gonna go toilet, take a piss.
What'd you say, Jello?
Of course, Corey Feldman is an attention whore, and nobody wants to give it to him, so he'll sign up for anything. He'll do your podcast. Like Corey Feldman will do anything.
Oh my God, Jello, you know he does music, yes?
Well, you could call it that.
Well, yeah, okay, that's true. I'll give you
That's
that,
like
sir.
saying
Yeah.
I do dance. You know what I mean? It's not really the case. It's
Okay.
When I'm naked and alone, what I do is none of your business. But I call it dancing, and that's just what we'll leave it at.
God damn it, Jello. God damn it. Have you seen his Today Show performances?
Who?
Corey Feldman.
Oh God. I've seen clips on the internet of him doing interviews and stuff. So probably.
No. I'm talking about an actual musical performance live on the Today Show.
Oh yeah, that's the only time I've ever heard his music was live performances.
Oh gosh, that performance, like the performances he did are just so legendarily atrocious.
Oh God.
Like the dance moves, it's like, what are you doing, dude?
He looked like he was having a spasm, is what it looked like.
you know what? I bet you he could still do a damn good Michael Jackson impression. Like he was really good at doing a few of Michael Jackson's moves from like Billie Jean.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the comedians Dan Soder and Big J Okerson?
Yes.
Have you ever listened to their radio show, The Bonfire?
Sure.
They riff.
I love those East Coast comedians, man. They're fucking.
They riff on those two performances, and the full videos are up on YouTube. If you
actually, I think I've seen those. Yes, I'm pretty sure I've seen those. Who's that other guy that hangs out with them? They call him the Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
I can't remember.
Bald guy. He's a comedian. He's like Jay's best friend.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
Anyway, I really like him. He's fucking raw as fuck. He's a great comedian. I feel terrible that I can't remember his. I'm totally drawing a blank.
I love them riffing on those performances. Doc, didn't I send you one of those?
Yes, you did. You did.
There's a Netflix, I guess, series. It's called The Degenerates of Comedy. And it's a whole bunch of different comedians. And I think on season 2, Big J Okerson has a really good, and it's short and it's sweet and it's great. Jim Norton's, like my favorite comic, and he's one of those that I would consider that East Coast group of raw motherfuckers that just say things that you can't really say anymore.
I love Jim Norton when he was on Opie and Anthony.
Do you know, do you go deep with Jim Norton?
Not really.
Do you know about his characters?
Oh yeah, there's Chip Chipperson.
Okay, do you know what Chip Chipperson's middle name is?
No.
Okay, well, it's not really his middle name; it's his first name. Chip is a nickname. It's Chip Lyle Chipperson. That's actually what I named my dog, Chip Lyle Chipperson. We just call him Chip.
A friend of mine is really into him. Now I had heard, actually, he's the one who showed me like the Opie and Anthony stuff, because Your
friend's a sick motherfucker. I'll just put that out there. Like, people that really like Jim Norton and are into Opie and Anthony, they're sick people. I don't know.
I'll completely agree with you, and so would he. But I knew Opie and Anthony existed. I just never listened to them. And then once he showed me those videos, or he showed me some stuff that they were talking about and riffing on, I just started listening to it on my own. And I've been hooked ever since. I mean, honestly, I'll be like cooking or maybe just cleaning up around my apartment, and I'll put that on and I'll just listen to it. Even if I've listened to it 1,000,000 times, I'll just put Opie and Anthony on while I'm doing that.
Do you know about the Honeycomb Hideout?
It sounds familiar.
There's a guy that keeps on doing he streams Opie and Anthony 24/7, and he used to do it on another channel called, I believe it was, I don't know, I think it's the same guy. I assume it's the same guy, but it was on a channel called Theft Pattern, and now it's on here. I'll find it and give you a link. I'll put it on the inside because I'm not trying to. You pass around shit like that too much, and that's how that kind of shit winds up getting shut down, right?
Right. I was going to say, send it to me on Discord then.
I'll just put it in the private chat inside here.
Okay. I did actually go back and listen to that episode where Opie and Anthony got into it.
Which one?
like the last like huge fight they had on air.
Oh, over like Anthony not coming in late and Opie bringing it up on the air and
Yeah,
yeah.
like that last big blowout that they had. That entire thing is on YouTube, and I found it and I just listened to it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man!
Another really great blowout with after Anthony was gone from the show when it was Opie and Jim.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Oh man!
And now Opie's gone because he took the pictures of his coworker while he was taking a shit. And yeah, by the way, that's something you can't do. You can't reach a camera over the stall while your coworker's taking a shit and snap a few shots with the intent of embarrassing them. You tend to get fired for that. You probably should go to jail for that, but whatever.
Yeah, that's like a severe labor law violation.
It's some kind of fucking privacy issue.
Yeah.
Like you really like there's taking a joke too far, and then there's like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's anyway. So there was that, and then Jim and Sam wound up doing their show together, and Jimmy obviously is a great co-host, terrible host, and Sam was good at what he used to do, and he's no good as either a host or a co-host. That show is awful. I love Jim Norton, and what he's doing on the radio is just terrible. Or what, XM, whatever it is.
I didn't know that he was still doing it.
Yeah, the Jim and Sam show. It's still there. It's still.
He is still doing it he does Chip Chipperson on YouTube, I think.
Well, yeah, he does the podcast as well. Actually, he has another podcast with another character. It's Doug Bell. But I think that's just shit to keep him busy while he's doing less club shows because, COVID.
I do like now, like I said, I like both Dan Soder and Big J Okerson, but my favorite out of the two of them is Dan Soder. I love his Macho Man impression.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, keeps on climbing, yeah.
I started doing a Dusty Rhodes impression.
Yeah.
And I think it's really funny, but most people just call me a boomer and have no clue who Dusty Rhodes is and just think that I'm like making fun of somebody with a speech impediment. You know what I mean? It's just like they get the wrong idea, so I just don't really do it anymore.
Well, I mean, obviously I would appreciate it because I'm old school wrestling fan, just like Bran is, just like Grampy is,
I was working out a whole Midnight Rider bit with what I could do on the salt mine, and I'm like, I just gave up. By the way, this is stupid. Nobody's ever gonna get it. Like I was into the writing phase and everything. I'm like, it'll be like me and Grampy and maybe 3 other guys that think it's hilarious, and everyone else will just do it. And yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, cut that. I'm self-indulgent, but I try not to be that self-indulgent. To like do a reoccurring bit that takes minutes and minutes at a time. Like that's. Ugh. Who wants that? Who wants that from me anyway?
So did anybody see that story about the woman who pissed on somebody on stage?
Yes, I did. Did you see the video?
Yeah, because they played it on an episode of TGR.
Did he do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Yes, it was on purpose.
She called the guy up on stage and basically said, "Hey, I'm going to piss on you."
And he was down with it?
Yeah, she's going to piss him up. But man, she like let out floodgates.
I mean, if he was into it, and I mean, look, that's kind of a sexual act, and I don't know how the audience is that the kind of show that they were there for?
No, it was a concert of some kind. It was a
but
I think she's in a ska band or something.
Yeah, they were doing a cover of
a
a
Lords
Rage
of Acid concert. You don't know what kind of that. There's going to be some shit. I mean, someone might pee on somebody at a Lords of Acid show. If you go to a Bloodhound Gang show, there's definitely going to be piss.
I love the Bloodhound Gang, man.
Yeah, but you know what you're in store for if you go and see them, right? You know,
right? I mean,
they're probably going to request audience members to piss on themselves, but they're definitely going to be pissing on each other, right? At least Evil Jared is going to piss on Jimmy Pop Ali. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, yes, when you're going to see them, you know what you're in for. It's just like if you're going to see Guar, you know what you're in for.
Sure. Don't go to Guar without a fucking raincoat and an umbrella.
Or I've always heard that if you're going to go see Guar, wear a plain white t-shirt because it'll be at least 12 different colors by the time you walk out.
It's like going to a Gallagher concert. How old is everybody? Anybody know? Hello? Is this thing on? Nobody knows who Gallagher is. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know who Gallagher is.
Yeah, but you and me. Again, it's at two people and no one else.
Gonna smash some watermelons.
That's right. I loved it when they do tubes of toothpaste and shit.
Good. Yeah, you knew exactly. I mean, if you sat in the first 5 or 6 rows, I mean, you were.
Oh yeah. Well, people would always show up to his shows wearing raincoats.
Sure. I loved Gallagher when I was young. I went and saw him when I was 12, and goddamn it, sat in the balcony. Made sure we got balcony seats. I didn't need that shit. I wanted to watch people get hit with shit. I didn't want to get hit with shit.
Right. It's all fun and games until someone gets hit with shit.
Then it's just fun.
I honestly, I have never been to a comedy show before. Anytime I've
seen some big ones. I've seen
I
saw Joe Rogan and I saw David Cross within 2 years of each other.
Oh wow. My mom got to see Bill Cosby live twice. Actually.
Oh, Eddie and I went and saw Bumping Mics, which was
conscious the whole time.
Huh?
He allowed her to stay conscious the whole time.
I don't think they were alone.
Oh.
Yeah,
Doc,
he drug chicks he was alone with.
Doc.
What?
Putting you in timeout.
Come on, that was good.
I'm just picking. Me and Doc have known each other since high school. So
yeah, that was obvious. For those of you who don't get it, that was an obvious Cosby joke.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
Okay, buddy.
Actually, back where my mom lives, she actually got to see some amazing shows within at least 3 months of each other. She saw Bill Cosby, Elton John, and the Beach Boys within 3 months of each other.
Wow.
Do you know who the Roastmaster General is?
Yeah, for the Friars Club.
Jeff. Anyway, Roastmaster General Bumping Mics was him and Dave Attell together.
Oh yeah,
well, I love Dave Attell.
And they were actually not just they were on stage together. And every time that they would, because the show is almost 100% improv. So they're just kind of telling stories. And when they actually tag each other's jokes and stuff, they actually, bump their mics together. And that's why they call it Bumping Mics. It's really funny. I think it's on Netflix. I saw it. It's on one of the major streaming services. It's good. Bumping Mics. I highly recommend it. We saw it live, Eddie and I, and had a great time at the show too.
So I would think that would be another.
Oh, I'd totally be up for seeing something like that. Now, one thing I did get the pleasure of seeing live was a riff track.
Oh fuck!
Oh, man.
I watched one today. They're on. I think it's on Amazon Prime. They got a whole bunch of riff tracks. It might be Hulu. It's one of the two. I watched.
They have a bunch of them on Tubi.
There's, they have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They do whole movies on there. There's a lot of good stuff on their YouTube channel. I highly recommend it. Go to anybody that doesn't know about riff tracks, go check it out on YouTube. Riff tracks.
Absolutely. Now, this was actually, they were doing it live, but they were also simulcasting it to like multiple theaters across the country. And they just happened to be doing one where I'm from. And I took a friend of mine the friend of mine that I took, he had never heard of and never seen MST3K, knew nothing about it.
So good. So good.
And
in the not too
we did you like the reboot they did?
I love riff tracks. I love everything they do. Yeah.
No, that I'm talking about the reboot of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, was there a reboot of MST3K?
Yeah, Netflix did it.
Oh, were they part of it?
I can't remember. I don't think
I'd
so.
have to find out because I definitely need to see it if they are. But if they're not, I don't know.
I don't think they are. I mean, they gave their blessing, obviously. But those voices and characters are so distinct that, real fans are going to be like, what the fuck is this?
But there's multiple riff track guys. Like there's some girls in there too. I've seen a couple riff tracks.
Oh yeah,
all girls, and there's.
I think it's their wives.
I just think it's part of their. I don't know what it is, but they're brilliant. Like everyone in that team, they are great.
Now, like I said, I took this friend of mine to see this. He had never seen MST3K, didn't know anything about it. Went into this completely blind. We sat down and they were showing the original Night of the Living Dead, the black and white version. This man literally, his stomach was hurting by the time that we left. I've never seen this man laugh so hard. And by the time it was over, we were walking back to the car and he said, that was amazing. And to my knowledge, he started watching a lot of MST3K and the riff track stuff. So, but getting to see that was pretty cool.
Some people can't get into it, right? They're just like, I know it's kind of funny, but these idiots are just kind of yelling over a bad movie. And if that's really all it is to you, you're not going to like it. Even if you know that it's funny, you won't really get the jokes. Not that you don't understand them, but it just won't be funny to you.
That's true. That's very true.
Time Chasers. That was the one I watched today. Time Chasers.
I have not watched that one yet. The last
it's a terrible movie, and they're great at it. I was lampooning them the other day. Do you know Everything Nice?
I've heard it. I think I've heard of it.
He's a guy on YouTube here. He's a fellow from he's around Drags community, the Geek Room. Anyway, he has a YouTube channel, and he was playing a Neil Bren movie the other day, and I was lampooning the shit out of it in the comments. I'm going to try to get him to let me in so I can do that shit over mic.
I would love to hear that. I would absolutely love to hear that. Any good shows coming up your way next year? Have you heard about any?
I just did a dab. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know about you motherfuckers, but I'm going to see Anthrax next year with my fucking best friend.
I'm gonna. It doesn't look like I'm going to get to go to that Ministry show after all. I may try to see if I can go catch Cannibal Corpse with a couple of my buddies over here.
If you want to be really cool at that Anthrax show, you get an SOD shirt to wear to it.
Yes.
Where's Pup going on tour? Are they going on tour in the US or the UK? Because if they're going on tour in the UK, I want to go see them. because I really like Cosmic Thrill Seeking.
SOD is Anthrax, but only the good fans know that.
Yep, Stormtroopers of Death. I actually had that record at one point. I don't know what happened to it. It vanished.
I had it on CD.
Yeah, I did too. But like I said, it's been scattered to the four winds of heaven, as it were.
I got Ice Cream.
Dude, I'm psyched that you're going to see Anthrax, man. What a great this would be your first metal show, right?
First metal one. It depends, because like we're like kind of half and half on going to see what they call a Monomoth.
Ooh,
He's a big fan of a Monomoth.
dude. Now I like a Monomarth, I do, but I like their earlier stuff, like because they originally started out as a black metal band. But honestly, if you're going to go see Anthrax. Doc, didn't you see him?
Yes, I've seen them twice.
A Monomoth would be best.
It was
We're
awesome.
definitely going to see Anthrax, but we're like iffy on a Monomoth because we're not sure how much money we'll have.
Who's opening up for Anthrax?
I don't know. I'll need to ask.
Can you not look it up?
Yeah, but I'm eating ice cream. Hold on.
Well, it's not going anywhere.
Oh, well, yeah. I want to. Google Foo.
Google Foo. Put that black belt to use.
I think it's in fall 2022 because it's for the 40th anniversary.
I mean, honestly, that really, to me, that would be a no-brainer. I would have to go be like, if it was between a Monomarth and Anthrax, I'm going to see Anthrax.
Dude, that's
Hey,
so
Google.
close to home, man.
Who's opening up for Anthrax on their next tour?
Here's what I found on the web.
I don't know. It doesn't say who's opening for them, but dude, they're at Manchester and Newcastle,
Doesn't
and they're at
say.
Leeds too. Oh, that's like those three places are like not even that far from me. That's so fucking hyped.
Is that Anthrax or a Monomarth?
Anthrax.
Dude, like I said, that would be a no-brainer for me. I'd have to go see Anthrax. And from what Doc has told me, they put on a great show.
Yes, they do.
Evil Necafussin or Dalab Necafussin?
Evil Niku. What?
NFL, nice fucking life.
Which song do you prefer, Evil Necafussin or Dalab Necafussin?
Well, I've only heard the one, so.
Oh, you got to check out Attack of the Killer Bees.
Yes.
Attack of the Killer Bees is like their B-sides, right? But
On the lead up to the tour, I'm going to do a big binge of Anthrax albums.
they do an amazing cover on that album. They cover a Kiss from like Kiss's first album called Parasite, which is one of my very favorite Kiss songs. It's fucking great.
It's with Municipal Waste.
Honestly, I've never really listened to them.
I think I've got a friend of mine that's a big fan of them.
Now, Doc, when you saw Anthrax, who was with them?
Let's see. The first time they opened up for Lamb of God, and the second time they opened up for Slayer.
Honestly, that should have been the other way around. Lamb of God should have been opening up for Anthrax.
Well, then Anthrax came back, and Killswitch Engage opened up for them.
I mean, that would be true if he saw them in 1987.
Why is their first tour in fucking Birmingham? Why are they going to Birmingham? Don't go to Birmingham.
I've seen some like videos from Lamb of God shows where just the Wall of Death is bigger than the amount of people that Anthrax pulls anymore. So like I agree at a time, like if it were in 1987, they'd be opening for Anthrax. But then again, were they even born then?
I was not alive.
I mean Lamb of God. Was Lamb of God even born in 1987?
No.
And you said Anthrax opened for Slayer?
Yep. That's a world tour.
That'd be a killer fuck. I'm not even into heavy metal, and that would be a killer.
So here's who opened up for Slayer on that tour. You had Napalm Death,
Nice.
Lamb of God, Anthrax, and then let's see, can't think of the Testament. So they had
Good
4
Lord.
openers.
That sounds
Good.
like a classic heavy metal lineup.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. And then I saw the cutest thing at that show. There was this
whoa.
What? There was this 5-year-old girl wearing her hearing protection, and during Lamb of God, she did horns up and starts headbanging.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Tool are going to the Manchester Arena on the 2nd of May next year. I need to fucking go.
Yeah, good luck getting tickets.
Who?
It says low
Tool.
availability.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Tool.
Oh yeah, when they came to Nashville, their tour sold out in minutes.
Yeah.
2020 was the worst year ever. COVID destroyed my concert lineup that I was going to go to. There were 4 amazing shows that year that I wanted to see. Ministry, but it wasn't just a Ministry show like any other Ministry show. This was the 30th anniversary of The Land of Rape and Honey, which is probably their best album. It's definitely a reason to go on a tour. It's definitely that good of an album. But let me see. They Might Be Giants, The Violent Femmes. Who else was it, baby? Alice Cooper. Alice fucking Cooper, man. There were 4 shows that I really wanted to go to that year, and of course went to none of them.
Well, I want to go to shows so bad. Like I said, Crowbar just announced this one. They're coming back to Memphis. I just missed I Hate God like not too long ago, playing around the coast. I've just gotta. I have to adult. That's what I have to do. And as much as it sucks to miss them, I'm taking care of what I got to take care of, and that's what's important.
Yeah, it's easier when all the kids are out of the house. That's
my kids have 4 legs and tails, and they're my children are cats. So I mean, and of course their needs come before mine.
Wherever I go, he goes.
But I want to go to a show so bad. I'll tell you who I really want to see, and I'm dying to see him, and that's Paul Bearer. Did you listen to that track I sent you?
No, man. I was watching that show. I was really enjoying that show.
I bet you were. I bet you were indeed. I don't know. But Wanderer, if my words mean anything to you, please go see Anthrax. Doc will back me up, and I know Jello will too.
I've never seen them live. But if I was to go see a heavy metal show, I'd just as soon see them as most of them.
Doc?
Yeah, definitely go see Anthrax. Did I really even have to answer that? I mean,
well, I was asking for you to put your 2 cents in.
I need to go see Tool. I need to go see Tool and
I'm
Anthrax.
gonna tell you, man, you're not gonna get a ticket.
You better get a ticket now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I saw Tool live when they were doing Lollapalooza, and I was out in the sun at the gorge at George all day long, and you're out there in the desert, it's hot, and
yeah, you ain't gonna get none of that in the fucking UK, I'll tell you that much.
And I was on mescaline.
Holy shit.
All day. And I actually fell asleep. I found this nice patch of soft grass. You know what I mean? That was actually kind of cool. And I laid my cheek down again. I fell asleep to Tool. And yeah, I'm not trying to say they were boring. I'm trying to say I was wiped out after having partied all night and been on drugs all day. I don't think there was any keeping me awake at that point, but it was nice to fall asleep to Tool. I had a good little rest.
Tool played Birmingham, which is about, I don't know, maybe 2 hours from me.
Which one? American one or UK one? Because
I live in
both of them
America,
suck.
dude.
Both of them suck.
And of course, sold out in no time. And that just happened to be the show where they announced the official release date for Fear Inoculum. And I saw the video on YouTube and I was just dumbfounded. And I was actually heartbroken because I'm like, if it were even possible for me to get a ticket, I would have loved to have been there. I've been dying to see them. My brother has seen them at least 2 or 3 times. And he keeps telling me, he's just like, it's the most amazing show you'll ever see. I tell you a band I would have loved to have seen back in the day, and that's Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good live.
That's one show I never did see, and I had opportunities. I just never got the ticket, and I kicked myself. I saw a lot of good shows back in the day, and I didn't see that.
See, I'm not a fan of Rage.
Oh, I love Rage.
I'm not the greatest fan, but I like a bit of their music.
They're so fucking good. They're innovative and different. Like their singer isn't really a singer. He's not really a rapper. What they have is a beat poet. Like if you know anything about beat poetry, their vocalist is a beat poet who happens to be a really good beat poet, and it works perfect with their kind of music, man. Like, and the guitarist makes scratching sounds, like DJ sounds on his guitar, man. It's excellent.
I don't know, Tom Morello, I've never really been a big fan of his playing.
He's so talented. He plays different than everyone. I've never seen anyone play like him ever.
Well, like, I mean,
it's like not, but I'm also just not a fan of him personally.
I don't know him personally.
Well, he means his politics.
Oh, you fucking wise ass.
Oh,
but well, I mean, we're not.
I don't know about his politics either, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about his politics. I mean, we're talking about him as like an actual like guitar player. I mean, like him as a guitar player, he's one of those innovative ones that stands out above a lot of them. Like he stands out, you know, Tom Morello stands out, Dimebag Darrell, Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix.
That's what I was gonna say. Eddie Van Halen. He's up there in that kind of crowd, like
one
of those innovators that's different than everyone.
My friend's a big Van Halen fan.
His it honestly, the first time I listened to Rage Against the Machine, I swore up and down they had a DJ, and my friend told me no, they don't. Yeah.
No, that's the guitar is fucking it up in a good way. If you want to hear something funny, it's on YouTube. Find it's an old Van Halen song called "Running with the Devil," but what you want to look for is the vocals isolated. "Running with the Devil," vocals isolated. Trust me, it's out. It's on YouTube, and it's a great laugh. It's you know, it's got the music and stuff. It's not nearly as funny. It's a cool song. In fact, if you listen to the song, you go, okay, it's not depending on how you feel about Van Halen, right? You won't, but it's a song, right? But then you hear the vocals isolated, and it is fucking low.
Oh man, I actually listened to the Lane Staley's vocal only of a lot of the Alice in Chains songs, and I've like I listening to Alice in Chains, I've really felt what he was expressing, but listening to him just like the vocals isolated was just unreal. If you've not listened to any of those, go and listen to them. I mean, you can still hear you can hear more of his soul in those lyrics just listening to it like that. And it's definitely a different way to do it.
I just dropped the link inside. Would you mind playing a little bit of it?
Can we?
Oh,
if it's music, then fuck no.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the music is taken away from it. It's just the vocals.
Probably not then.
Okay.
Still,
I didn't want to get you in any trouble. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know about, because I mean it is still technically the song, but even if it is just the vocals to it,
even then, just evade it because you don't want copyright trouble.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not worth it.
No, Rage is somebody I would have definitely loved to see. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen Audio Slave.
Oh
yeah. That's one band I would have liked to have seen because I'm just a big fan of Chris Cornell.
Fucking that bass. Just
Have you heard of the Prophets of Rage?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta see them because I love Chuck D and Be Real, right? But then I heard them on YouTube, and Chuck D and Be Real doing Rage songs isn't.
No,
it's not. No, it's really not.
No, that's a hard no, definitely. Honest, no, I've gone and listened to some of Zach De La Rocha's hip hop, and it's really good. It's actually really good. What is that, Doc?
What?
Am I crazy, or did I hear that they're going to do a reunion tour? Like, Machine's actually.
It's an interesting thing that I found. Figured those of us who are dog owners would appreciate that.
Yes, they are actually. I was watching a video about them like not too long ago, and they were supposed to do a small reunion tour in 2020. Then COVID hit, and they had to cancel it. So according to what I saw, they're going to do it next year, but it's mostly going to be like in the Southwest.
Yeah, I'm not seeing shows during this great time of COVID, and I'm certainly not traveling in mass transport to go to a show during this time of COVID. I'm actually starting to get itchy. I usually go to, for half a dozen shows a year.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any since 2019. What was the last thing we saw, baby? Do you remember? Wasn't Richard Cheese, was it?
That's what I want. I want a relationship where we go to shows together. My last girlfriend liked Harry Styles too much to do that. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Next girlfriend of mine, for our 1 year anniversary, we went to see Slayer.
See, I want someone like that.
That's why she likes it. Like, my old lady went to see Ministry and Death Grips with me.
Death Grips.
It's a good sport. Yeah, Death Grips.
Death Grips. Dude, Death Grips is so good.
Yeah. My favorite song by them is Tachyon.
Mine's probably either No Love or Guillotine.
Okay, so it's definitely one of their earlier ones either way.
Yeah. Or Bottomless Pit. Bottomless Pit's a fucking great song. I fucked you in half.
I honestly...
Great band. Anyone that hasn't checked them out should. Tachyon is a great song.
I'm very surprised you like Death Grips. I don't know why.
No, he sent me one of their records. I actually really enjoyed it.
Death Grips are funny.
MC Ride has got quite a mind. I really enjoy him.
Cause my jaws to call. Yo.
The last show that I saw was Mayhem. That was the last show that I saw. That was 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Last show I saw was a couple of weeks ago now, actually. It was a small little gig in a local nightclub, and it was very fucking good, actually.
Local shows are really, that's like, if you can find like an underground music scene, like, you know, metal or punk or something like that, dude, jump head first into it, because it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of cool people. You'll come across a lot of dickheads, but you'll meet a lot of cool people, and there's always good bands to see. Like the city where I'm from, surprisingly enough, we had a little local underground punk rock scene, and I got into it, like paying like $2 or $3 to go and see like 4 bands play. You know, all local shit. And it was a great time.
My friend took a girl recently to because apparently in the space of 2 months, this guy's went from like just your average Joe to a pussy magnet now. I don't know how that works, but
he got
basically
he got a puppy.
He doesn't. He has
That's
a
what you
dog,
call
but he
a
doesn't have a
callback.
puppy. But basically, he took this girl to a metal show like on Thursday or something. He spent more time with the band and speaking to the band than he did with the girl. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, just where I'm from, a lot of the I guess you could call it like newer hardcore and everything like that. A lot of these bands were coming through and playing little underground shows, you know, where Doc and I are from. I saw, I saw Fight Paris. I've seen the Acacia Strain. There was a band called Through the Eyes of the Dead, and they had actually just put out their major label debut. And they came through and played a little rec center and in this back where I'm from.
Yeah.
And it was unfucking believable. Then when that dissolved, there was a little club out on the south side of town, and they would get like big hardcore tours to come through. They got I think it was called like the Hatred Across America tour or something. It was this Australian death metal band called Thy Art Is Murder, and they got up there. I went to that, and that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was the craziest fucking show that I've ever seen. The lead singer, well, I don't remember which song it was, but he jumps down off the stage and he gets out in the middle of the fucking circle pit, and kids are just going 90-0 around him, and he's just out there just screaming his goddamn heart out. It was brilliant. They did a death metal-ish cover of Blind by Korn, actually. That was really, really awesome. It was the last thing I expected to hear from a fucking Australian death metal band.
It's fucking Aussies, mate. That's why they're fucking insane. Isn't that country basically just fucking 1984 now?
Who, Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's descended into just complete totalitarianism.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's interesting that they started off as a British prison colony, and now they have reverted back to functioning where everybody is basically a prisoner in their own home.
Jello, did you ever get into the band CKY?
CKY, aren't those the guys that wound up becoming Jackass?
Well, yes, but there's a band also called CKY.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the videos that those were supposed to be like videos of the band, but they wound up doing stupid shit in the hotel rooms and stuff, and then that's what became Jackass.
Wait,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
Jackass is
CKY.
actually tame compared to CKY, man.
yes, I
Is
agree.
CKY the band where it's like, you ever fucked a girl? No.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was no.
Like some of the stuff they did on CKY, they could never show on MTV, but a lot of the stuff that was like early Jackass was just basically a lot of the Pennsylvania
CKY
crews crap that they did for CKY.
Yeah, but the CKY videos were also like really underground. They were also like kind of underground skateboard videos too.
Oh yeah,
That's why I found that shit, because I wasn't really a skateboarder, because I wound up getting one. Probably my first concussion was as a result of not skateboarding well when I was like 11. So yeah, but I've always been into the culture, right?
Oh yeah, me too.
Skateboards. I don't know. There's a little bit of a crossover with horror genre, because most punks tend to like horror. I don't know. I like everything around skateboarding, so I tend to. Oh, I love the X Games back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I've never been into watching the Olympics whatsoever, but Moto X, freestyle skate, and best air trick.
Oh no, mine was
were my favorites.
mine was always the street skate and the vert. I was watching.
That's best air. That's the vert one. That's best.
No, I'm talking about not best air. I'm talking about just like actual like vert competition. I was watching the X Games the year that Tony Hawk pulled the 900.
I'm gonna pull the 900. 900 bitches. Fuck yeah.
I believe I was also watching the year Twitch did the body varial.
Yeah.
On the on Moto X, which was completely amazing. He tossed the bike out, let go of it, rolled 360 barrel roll, grabbed the bike, and went down. Body varial. Amazing.
Honestly, I'm like you, Jello. I love, like, while I used to just play around on one as a kid, but like I never actually like really did it. But I love skateboarding. It's so fun to watch. And they make
really good at it are just amazing to see what they do, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Just watching, I mean, they make it look so easy. But a lot of these guys are really, really amazing. And, you go back and you look at like the legends, like, Tony Hawk and Bob Burnquist, and I'll even throw Bam Margera in there. And then you've got Mike Vallely and, all of these guys, and they're great. They're absolutely awesome.
The old BMX shit too.
Oh yeah.
Those what was that one guy that the people that made the Tony Hawk's games made a game?
Oh,
come on, I know you know him. If I said his name, you definitely know him.
Is it Matt Hoffman?
I think was it Matt Hoffman? I think it was Matt Hoffman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Hoffman was awesome. I mean, watching him in any kind of BMX competition was amazing. But well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up for the week. Jello, man, thank you for coming and hanging out with us today, man. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Wander, you got anything you want to announce before we wrap up?
Not really. I'm still kind of busy with uni stuff. Expect a video in the Christmas holidays on Liberty Prime. But,
and I will go ahead and make this announcement. I have started playing Fallout New Vegas. So everyone well, technically not again, because I really didn't get absolutely anywhere the first time. So I'm counting this as my first official time. So shut up. But yeah, keep us up to date with what you got going on. Know you're busy with school and everything like that, and we hope that's going well for you, certainly. Doc, you got anything you want to say, man?
No, I'm just heading out for Thanksgiving Monday or Wednesday morning. With,
Oh, that's right. You and I and my cousin actually, we're supposed to get together on the 27th and hopefully go see Ghostbusters.
Yep, and I'm gonna bring Dammit with me to hang out with my
Oh Lord.
Damn
All
it,
right.
dude. By the way, y'all, seriously, the girls, like when they meet Dammit, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you got to keep his name, Dammit. Don't change his name." And one of my coworkers is like, "If you name that baby, Dammit, I'm going to drive down from Indiana and come kick your ass." She's like, "No woman's going to take you seriously." I said, "No woman takes me seriously anyway. I'm a big goofball." But apparently, naming the puppy Dammit has been very popular and with the hot chicks around here. So
Lord.
he stays Dammit.
There you go. Well, all right, guys. Now, the next show is going to be on the 28th, which is going to be this coming Sunday. Going to be at the same time, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up. Really helps us out. Hit that subscribe button. Get the notification bell on. And also, and since he popped in earlier, go and subscribe to my YouTube mentor, Hatman, and his other channel, Sir Hatman, a gentleman and a scholar, as I always call him. But and we certainly love him around here. But guys, we will see you next week, and we will be back. And Splicer, hopefully, will be back with us as well. Hope everything's going all right for you, brother. We missed you today, certainly. But everyone, we will see you on Sunday, the 28th, at our normal time. But until then, my friends, as always, peace be with you.